Hey everybody, Jenny Carlson here. Game one of the Women's College World Series Championship Series is in the books, and it was a big win for Oklahoma. Sooners triumph over the Longhorns 8-3. Big win because it sets up the Sooners splendidly. Ever since the Women's College World Series went to a best of three series, the team that wins the first game wins the championship three-fourths of the time. So the Sooners are in fantastic shape to win yet another national championship. It will be their 8th overall and their 4th in a row. The magic number tonight, 4. Everybody knows that's been the story of the season for the Sooners, but tonight it was the story of this game. Let's look at all the 4s. The first 4 are the hits. 4 hits only given up by Kelly Maxwell, who started on Tuesday night in the must-win game against Florida, threw 148 pitches, but came back starting back-to-back nights. When she was tabbed the starter, you had to kind of wonder how many pitches would she throw, how deep in the game would she go. She went the distance. Let's look at some of those numbers for her tonight. She gave up only the 4 hits, as I said, threw 119 pitches, so not as many as she threw in that extra inning game against Florida. Definitely a better control night for her. She faced 31 batters, and only on 10 of those batters did she not throw a first pitch strike. So she was really starting from a head. She got ahead of hitters, and it really benefited her. She only gave up 3 runs, as one of those hits was a home run by Mia Scott. That was really the Longhorns' only big hit of the night. So 3 runs given up, 1 earned run, that 1 home run. Kelly Maxwell also walking 4, but striking out 8. Just a magnificent performance by her, again, on no rest, back-to-back days against a Texas offense that is really top-notch. So unbelievable performance from Kelly Maxwell. Another 4 to look at, Texas throwing 4 pitchers. They started their fantastic freshman Keegan Cavan. She did not last even 3 innings before she was spelled by Mac Morgan. And then the Longhorns were just really rolling the dice, going through their top 4 pitchers. All 4 were thrown in there at some point, and really none of them had great success against the Sooners. So that sets up an interesting scenario for Mike White in game 2. What does the Texas coach do as far as starting pitcher? Obviously, none of his pitchers tonight were used a ton, so he could definitely bring back any of them, but not seeing great success out of any of the 4 that Texas has used pretty heavily throughout the latter half of the season. I'm not real sure who he comes back with. I think it's going to be a very interesting question to see what Mike White does in game 2. Another 4 tonight, 4 home runs. I mentioned Mia Scott's. And then the Sooners had 3 big ones, the biggest coming in the very first inning, the top half of the first, as the Sooners were the visiting team tonight. Only the second hitter to step into the batter's box against Texas. Tiare Jennings launches one into the left field bleachers. A big shot in the arm for the Sooners. Huge for the team, huge for the fans, which, again, a very crimson-clad fan base out at Devon Park tonight really put a charge into everything going on out there. But then she was followed up in the third inning by 2 more home runs, Kenzie Hansen and Cassidy Pickering. So big shots by the Sooners tonight. It would have been 4 home runs for the Sooners, but in the 7th inning, Cassidy Pickering had one robbed at the right field wall, pulled back in by Texas outfielder. So a really big, hard-hitting night for the Sooners, but 4 long balls. This is how we've seen Oklahoma win so many games over the years, so many games at the Women's College World Series. When they've had their down moments, those valleys this season, they haven't always gotten those hits. They haven't gotten timely hits. But tonight, it really felt like these home runs were timely home runs. Again, that first inning, such a strident start by the Sooners to get out so early with some big momentum, really carried into the third with more. And, Texas, they put it on a little bit of a push in the 6th inning, getting a couple runs across some not great clean moments in the field. by the Sooners. But in the end, those home runs for the Sooners were the difference, as that four, again, 3 of those from the Sooners, 4 home runs in the game, but 3 going to Oklahoma, that really tipped the scales in the Sooners' favor. Now they head into Thursday's game 2 of the championship series, just needing to win once. So that will bring us to our last 4 in a row for the Sooners. Can they reach that number? It's something that has been basically part of their entire season, that pressure to not only get back to the Women's College World Series, not only get back to the championship series, but get that 4th championship. This is a senior class 10. We've heard all about how big and how successful this senior class is, but you've got some seniors who have been at Oklahoma since 2021 was their first season, and they've won a championship every single year. Jada Coleman and Tiare Jennings top that list. Just an unbelievable accomplishment to think that they could go their entire college career and not end a season with a national championship. That's what they'll have a chance to do Thursday. If Texas would win game 2, they'll come back for a 3rd game on Friday. Would be a winner take all, but still Sooners have a chance to win that 4th, to make history. Nobody's ever done it before. Arizona, UCLA have come closest, but the most they've ever won in a row is 3. That's where the Sooners sit right now. And in an era of increased parity, more teams that are super talented, super capable of winning games, these Oklahoma Sooners have a chance to go for 4. So we'll have lots more from Devin Park on Thursday night. Game 2 of the championship series starts at 7 p.m. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.